Morning Rokeby, Mr. K here, and I have got your week 4 challenge for you. Now, this time I thought I'd try and give you a bit more of a sciencey challenge. So, I am going to challenge you to grow your own crystals. Now, this is quite a simple thing really to do. All you need is either salt or sugar. I'm going to use both for mine today. So you need some salt or some sugar. These are the sort of things that you'll find in your parents' cupboards. And then you're just going to need something to mix them up in. So I've got myself 2 mugs. So all I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to get myself some warm, as hot as you can really make it, water. I'm going to just pour that into my containers. Now it needs to be warm because the warmer it is, the easier you'll be able to mix in the salt or the sugar. So I'm going to put some salt in here. Yeah, there we go. I'd say that is good. Now I'm going to do the exact same with the sugar. There's different types of salt, so you can get different types of salt crystal. There's different types of sugar, you can get different types of sugar crystal. You can do this with lots of different materials, but we're going to go with just sugar and salt because they're the safest for you guys to use, really. Okay, so now I've done that, the next big step is to be putting these into a container. Now, I've got myself just a weird sort of selection of pots. There we go. So I'm going to pour some salt water into this one and some sugar water into this one. Now, the deeper you fill these means the more crystals you can grow. However, it will also mean the longer it will take to grow the crystals, and it will take longer for the water to evaporate. So you need to make a decision now yourselves. Do I want to have a very thin, shallow amount, but I'll get to see crystals quicker? Or do I want to have it deeper? It'll take a lot longer for me to see these crystals, but I will get to have much bigger ones. So that's up for you guys to decide. So I'm going to put my salt into this one. I'm going to do it, I want a little bit less, so I want to be able to see these a bit quickly. There we go. So you can just about see I've got mine filled to about that much. That just means I will get to see these a little bit sooner. And I'm going to put my sugar one, there we go, turning it around. Put my sugar one into here. Now you might also notice I'm doing this on a bit of a cloth because I know what I'm like, and I think year 3 know what I'm like. I will spill this everywhere. There we go. So that is my 2 waters. Sugar, salt. I need to make sure I remember that. I might need to label them. I'm also going to give myself a bit of a challenge. What I've done now is I've added a little bit of colour to each of these, and I've just used some food colouring. I've got some blue food colouring in this one and some red food colouring in this one. If you don't have any food colouring, don't worry, because you can use basically anything to really dye these. I have in the past used beetroot juice, which I just got from cooking some beetroots, to dye things. So you can use basically whatever you can find around the house that is safe to dye these. So I'm going to pour some salt water into this one. And let's just put the sugar one in. There we go. Now, once again, I've done these very shallow. You can do this deeper if you want to grow bigger salt crystals. I just want to grow these quicker. So I've grown them a little bit shorter. The only real thing now for you to do is to decide how you are going to control the evaporation. What that basically means is the quicker you get the water to evaporate, so the warmer it is, the smaller the crystals will be, but the sooner you'll see them. The slower you get them to evaporate means that the salt can build up over time a little bit more and you'll get bigger crystals. However, that also means you have to wait a little while. No one really wants to wait for too long, do they? So you just need to decide where you are going to put these. I am going to put mine out in the garden because the weather's been pretty nice these last few days. And there we go. So that's my salt. That's my sugar. Now I'm just going to leave these things out here for the next day or so, and over the time I will check upon them and see how the crystals are growing. I might even pop up a video on the channel on Wednesday maybe, or on Thursday, just to show you how mine are growing. But I really want to see how yours do, and I really want you guys to send your teachers and me videos, photos, whatever you can to show how your crystals are growing, and give this a go. Challenge yourselves. I've been Mr. K, and I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.